Hello, welcome to Profile Interviews. Today we're interviewing Cristal Balk. Cristal is a social media expert, coaching people on how to learn about social media, how to implement social media, but what parts of social media do you work on, Cristal?
Hello, Wayne. Thank you so much for having me today. Yeah, so I work with Facebook and LinkedIn, a little bit of LinkedIn, more of Instagram and Facebook. That's kind of like more my meat. That's what people know me for.
Okay, and what do you do?
With the social media accounts, I actually work organically. I teach people which platforms are best used for their businesses and how to best target their audience and how to look professional. I think oftentimes people just like to post things but don't understand how to post. And so I teach them all that. And depending on their goal, is going to be depending on how they're going to be changing their platform status and so forth.
So you can take somebody from, I'd like to get into social media, to running their own daily podcast. It's kind of all the way from start to being in the media.
Yeah. So it's crazy because I have people that come to me and they say, Crystal, I need you to teach me, but while you're teaching me, I also need you to post for me. And I'm like, okay, yes, absolutely. So every month I email them or we have a conference call and I say, look, listen, this is where we're at. This is the projections. This is what I did. And this is the reason why I did this, and explain every single little detail so they can comprehend kind of like if they were doing it. So if I was ever gone or they don't want my services anymore, they can go ahead and do it themselves. I also have people that call me say, listen, I just need a marketing plan for exactly what I need. I'm starting business, or maybe when they started, they didn't have the right marketing plan, and so they want something that's going to work for them, right? And so I go in and I give them the whole plan, and then they go out on their own and they go do it, and then they might reach me or they might reach me back. No, it doesn't matter. As long as it worked for them, I'm happy with the results.
So a lot of what you do is learn by doing with the clients. They can learn themselves and do it themselves. Who are your ideal clients?
Business owners, small business owners to be more exact. I like to work with our just the people that are definitely grinding every single day and trying their best, but they wear multiple hats and they don't know who to contact, they don't know where to go, but they just need help. And so I love teaching. I think in another life I was a teacher or something, but I love to show and demonstrate. Okay, this is why it's important, right? Marketing is as important as billing as any other subject in your business, and just it's crazy to see how people can be able to change something by just understanding it. And so it's a huge relief to know that they're understanding and for them to not feel as stressful for not comprehending it.
Now, the last time we were together, we were in a big coaching session with, I don't know, 30, 40 people in the room for 3 or 4 days and just intensive work. But now with social distancing, life has changed a lot. What's your number one tip for people working in isolation?
So my number one tip is obviously discipline. You gotta still have your schedule, so where if you're gonna wake up at 8, wake up at 8 and do from 8 to 12, work nonstop, or maybe work for an hour, stop for an hour. I know people have kids, they have to cook. Whatever that schedule might work for you, make sure you are hitting all your stuff. So typically, I'll give you an example of what I do. I like to still write things. I know I'm a millennial, but I still like to write things on paper. And I like to write down everything that I need to do for that particular day. And don't get me wrong, there's always something coming up, phone calls or,
Mhm.
unexpected things coming up, but I need to hit the list. And if I don't hit the list, maybe only one thing can roll over. Otherwise, I can't sleep. And so that's definitely always has been a discipline from the moment I started my business, because I work a lot in my office and from home. And so the beginning was rough, but once I got the discipline and more than saying, okay, this hour is for myself. This hour is going to be for working out. These 4 hours are going to be for just working and getting through it. Or maybe just this hour is going to be getting through all my emails for the day. whatever that hour may be, it needs to be met. And so that's how I've been able to do it even before all the COVID-19 hit. I have personally been very disciplined. Not everybody can be, but that's how I've been able to run my business. But in general, I think people are starting to realize that they have to change a little bit their way of working. And so, yeah, it's just discipline.
Like you, I put appointments in my calendar every day. I have an appointment with me to get something done in a period of time to do it. Usually I don't leave enough time. And I have to have
Yeah,
another hour tomorrow for the same project, but I get them done that way.
yeah.
How would a potential client get a hold of you? Where would we find you?
They can reach me at my website at unstoppablemarketingsolutions.com, or you can find me on Facebook, just Cristal Balk, or Instagram. I'm all over social media. I'm sure you'll find me. Or you can email me at customers at unstoppablemarketingsolutions.com. I know it's a little long.
And that's on the bottom of the screen for people watching this as a follow up. Crystal, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day and stay safe.
Thank you, Wayne. You too. Take care.
Okay.